Hey, heroes, guess what? It's time for a video. I've been talking about the whole 30-day challenge. I've had a few requests. You guys have been reaching out. You're very excited. I appreciate it. But you guys have some questions. Like, hey, how do we actually do this stuff in the 30-day challenge? We're gonna talk about that today. So let's jump right into that. Up first, let's see. Let's discuss how you should be friending 3 people a day. Had a question on this. Cool, we're supposed to friend 3 people a day. How do we do it? How do we find these people? And what kind of people are we friending? I don't know, giant pit bull. Before they get out and I'm mauled to death and can't finish this video, let's jump right into that. All right, so let's jump over to Facebook where we're going to find these new friends. Did I click it? I clicked it. Okay, cool. Here we go. Okay, so there's a couple ways I do this. Let's start with the tactic of just finding someone that we already know is going to attract the kind of people we're wanting to add. So this is going to be different, obviously, if you're in the health industry, if you're in the the love business, or if you're an accountant. So let's go ahead and up here, let's type in. Let's go find Mr. Noah Kagan because he's a cool guy and he has a tendency to attract other cool people. Okay, so there's 2 ways I can find people to friend off of here. So the first one isn't, I don't think is as effective, but yeah, let's do it. We can look at his friends. This can work. And we can look at, mutual, recently added, college. Anyways, you can look through his friends and you can just find people. I think these are all mutual friends. At least a lot of them. Anyways, you can start to find people and start adding them. Now, the thing with this one is, the reason I don't like this one as much is, one, it's a little creepy. just stalk their friends. Not really. I don't know. Maybe. But the other thing is like, okay, so Gideon Walker, this is a buddy of mine. I know Gideon is an entrepreneur and would be like in my target market. How do I know? Well, he's actually a buddy and he's in my mastermind group. But assuming I don't actually know him, like just by looking at his picture, I don't really know if he's a good fit. Is he a college classmate of Noah's, or is he, someone who's following Noah because he's interested in entrepreneur stuff? I mean, I can hover over here and kind of see. You can see, okay, mutual friends. You can't tell I'm pointing at the screen. So I can see some of his mutual friends. Oh, okay, cool. We've got quite a bit of mutual friends that are all entrepreneurs. So there's a good chance. Obviously, it says the entrepreneur dad right up top. So that's a hint. And then you can also see, like, if it says about, a lot of times it'll say, like, copywriter or entrepreneur or whatever. You can also actually open up this guy's thing and look through his about stuff. So that's one way. Not a horrible way. I kind of started doing that, but now actually what I prefer is instead, if I just look through Noah's timeline, I can start. Okay, here's a good example. This guy right here, he posted an article, so I can tell. Okay, so he's obviously friends with Noah because this is Noah's timeline. And secondly, he posted an article about entrepreneurism, and he even talked about it. So there's a good chance he's going to be in that area. If I scroll down, I can see different people, what they're posting. And so if it's, a friend posting something about disc golf, then okay, it's probably just a friend. If it's someone posting something along the lines of being an entrepreneur, then obviously there's a good chance that it's going to fit in my target market of entrepreneurs. Okay, so same thing. If it's a health coach and you see people like sharing with them some article about, whatever, or asking questions, maybe there's that kind of thing. Those are all people that or ways you can find off of someone. Okay, so another way, you can go in a group. Okay, so this is a group. Now this is actually a paid group you have to get in, but this is just an example. So, groups that you're in. So if you're a yoga teacher and you want to, get yoga clients, and you're wanting to sell, let's say, an info course on yoga. So if you're in a group that's for other yoga instructors and you're trying to sell, a PDF on how to be a better yoga instructor, then that would be a good group to start adding those people to. So you can start to look through and see people who look like they'd be a good fit. So you could just kind of scroll through. So right here, how to massively improve your ability to close the sale. Oh, okay. You look through. I'm actually friends with this guy, so but I could add him if I'm like, oh, okay, he's posting stuff on sales. Cool. He's already in this business group, and you can add them that way. So that's another way. Lastly, Okay, here we go. Let's show you one more. I got one more way, one more tactic. This one's actually a really good one. I'm going to start doing this one more myself. Okay, if you have a page, this one works if you have a page. So like if you, which you probably do if you're doing this. So I go to my own page, and then I go to notifications, and then it's going to start showing me notifications. So let's find, okay, right here. Catherine likes business heroes. Cool. So this is someone, now I'm actually already friends with her too, but I know there's some other ones on here that I'm not friends with. So for example, this is someone who I know who would be my target audience because they've liked my page. Now, most of these people like my page because I'm sharing content, and whether it be paid for a boost or it be that one of my friends is sharing, liking, commenting, and they're seeing it, they're seeing my stuff, and they liked it enough to actually like the Business Heroes page, which means ding, 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 they're gonna be a good person for in my target audience, is what I'm trying to say here. So I would just click on her and add as friends. I'm already friends, obviously, but I do need to go back because I have like 3 or 4 people who in the last few days who like my page I was not friends with. So go back to your notifications, or when you get the little notification saying someone liked your page, go and you can actually invite them to like you as well. So there you go. There are 3 or 4. I don't know. I lost count. I can't math. But there are some tactics right there for adding your 3 people a day. Follow that. You're pretty much never going to run out. I'll give you one more freebie. So let's say you post something. Let's go back to my stuff. This is basically the same thing as like when I was on Noah Kagan's thing. A lot of times when you post something and let's say John Smith shares it or tags or like says something on it, then it opens up to his friends, and his friends can start to see his stuff. That's another way you could start to add them. So like if I got a comment, on something, and I could see that, oh, okay, I can add that person as a friend. Or that's even a good way to start looking, right? So like let's say for this one, or just one of these, if someone comments or likes, you can actually follow. That's another way to find someone. So you're like, well, what if I can't just think of like a Noah Kagan or something like that in my industry? Maybe someone liked or shared, especially a share. I mean, if someone shares something, they obviously really like it. Your yoga video, I'll just stick with yoga. Go to them and look at their friends and look through their friends list or the people posted on their page that like yoga stuff. So there you go. I guess that's not really another tip. That's just a modification of the one I was already doing. That's it. And I didn't record an outro for this video, so you guys have an awesome day. Go check out bizdevheroes.com and friend me on Facebook and go change the world. All right.